Everyone is talking about Bitcoins and crypto, but very few people know the concept or even the process. Today's episode, we will explain that concept from a layman's point of view, the future, and explore a few of the investment tips. Today, we have a very special guest, an expert. So, welcome to another episode of Talking with Kevin and Son. Today's episode is brought to you by RMK Productions and the 10 United Podcast Network. Our mission is to uplift, inspire, share stories and experiences, perspectives, and using the framework of teaching, learning, and modeling. Our purpose is hope, helping other people every single day. Today, we have Miss Geeta Malhotra.
Geeta Malhotra.
Well, all right, I'll let you do that. She is a financial expert. And like I said, we have been searching for someone. We've had this conversation over and over and over again, not a day that goes by. And we're looking for someone that has the credentials, has worked with people. And we found you, Miss Geeta. And she is streaming today from Delhi. She has more than a decade of teaching experience. Areas in financial investment. She has her master's in finance and business science and is certified in this area. She's also included in her background an area with taxation, accountants, financial management, and investment behavior in finance. When we asked this question about Bitcoin and the crypto world, she stepped up to the plate. I want to welcome our very special guest, Miss Geeta. Welcome to Talking with Kevin and Son.
I feel honored to be on your show, Kevin.
Well, thank you. Well, we're honored to have someone on your level that you have educated people on the highest level in corporate America. You have educated young and upcoming financial wizards as students. And I am hoping that I walk away a little bit smarter than I came in and a little bit more understanding, because from the layman's point of view, I know nothing about Bitcoins, but I know everyone is excited. So let's start with a simple question. Why is everyone so excited about Bitcoins and crypto? Is this the replacement for our current currency?
There are many reasons people are actually very excited about Bitcoins. The first one being that in the year 2010, when 10,000 Bitcoins were traded for a single burger, and now the value of one Bitcoin is around $56,000 US dollars now. So people think that they have lost that opportunities of making money when it was so cheap back then, few years down the line. And now if we see, only there are 21 million Bitcoins that are available, and the supply is also very limited. So that is why people are going more crazy about it, because 19 million have already been mined. Only just 2 million Bitcoins are left to mine. That is why the value of Bitcoin is increasing day by day.
Now, when you say it's being mined, is this something that's actually something tangible that people are actually working in fields, work sites, actually mining, or is this just a phrase in the conversation of mining? What is that?
Mining is basically the reward that is given to the people who do the data validation. Likewise, I was explaining you about blockchain technology. Under blockchain technology, there is no data storage device, and the data has to be validated by the people, and the people who validate the data are called miners. So Bitcoin are the rewards given to those people who actually validate the data.
And you said that Bitcoins right now, the mining is limited. So
yeah, only 21 million is the supplies.
It's 8 billion people on this planet. If it's limited, why get involved with Bitcoins or crypto?
Yes, and crypto asset, it is based on the blockchain technology, like I was telling it earlier. And this, it is a secure means of transaction. The data are non-traceable. Nobody can trace any transaction, what is happening, supposedly on the platforms like WazirX or Binance. If we are trading, supposedly me and you, Kevin. So no other person would be knowing that we are trading on this particular transaction. as it is non-traceable, it is a secured means of transaction. It uses public key and private key. Data encryption is required. And the data which is transferred, it is further categorized into ledgers, separate blocks, so that nobody is aware. It cannot be hacked.
All
That is
right.
why people are morely relying on this technology.
All right. I get approached almost daily. I would say not almost, but daily, of people wanting me to invest in Bitcoins. It goes from Facebook, it goes from Clubhouse, it goes to Instagram. Everyone's claiming to be an expert. How do we know, and where do we go for a source or reference that we can trust when everyone claims to be an expert? And I know you have a background in it, which is the reason why you're on talking with Kevin and Son. But there are a lot of people out there that don't get involved because they think the con is on. We don't understand that because we can't touch it. But where's the credibility, and where should one start?
Kevin, I agree with your point that one is totally unaware how to start with investing in Bitcoins. Uh, okay, well, like when we are trading, we have two type of analysis. First is the fundamental analysis. We study about the background of each and every coin or each and every stock. If we invest in stock markets, let's say. So for doing the fundamental analysis, we need to go to the official Twitter account of these crypto assets. If it is Bitcoins or Ethereum or Shiba coin or whatsoever coin it is, Matic, all the technologies. And the second part, we need to go to their official website to see the authenticity, why they are coming over and what they want to raise funds from the public. What technology they are using and on what project they are working, and is it limited or it has an expansion or it has a scope in future also. We have to analyze that. So that is why we identify diamond coins as the Bitcoins and Ethereum. Ethereum is basically legal agreements, smart contracts. And then we have alternate coins which are raising funds through the public on these particular platforms. And they have a technology on which they will be working. And then we have shit coins, on those coins which are just created a dummy coins, and actually one should not trade on those coins. They are basically scams. This is why people are more reluctant कि we should invest in these crypto assets or not.
I appreciate that, because I don't know, because I've gotten texts and emails asking me to put in $5,000, and then they turn around and show you that this is what they did with the same $5,000, and now that has quadrupled in value. I don't know where to begin.
Okay,
and then the other,
if I would suggest, like people who say that you transferred this much amount to our wallet, and then we will be, then we'll double the money and return it to you. We should not get attracted by these schemes, because nowadays we have one more option available with us, that is crypto bots. That if we go to the crypto bots official website, they will take in our money and they will just not, I won't say it would double it, but yes, it will increase 10 or 12 or 13%, which is more than the inflation rate in any of the country. And then they will return that amount to you, and that will be a secured means instead of transferring it to anonymously to any other person.
Now, I do understand, and I listen to people, and I work with people every single day that are actively involved. They're on their phones 24/7. I don't even think they look up from their phones to see if it's daylight or midnight. How does one cash out in the event that they have a windfall? Is it actually US dollars? Is it actually euros? Or how do you cash out? Because I know there's a ton of fees that are attached to it. So my concern is, do you lose everything paying your fees, cashing out, or where do you get the money? Is it, again, I'm going to ask, is it actually tangible?
Yes, it is intangible. And if one has an account on any of the platforms, for instance, I would say WazirX, CoinDCX, whatnot. If we are having an account on them, then first of all, we need to do the KYC, know your customer, and then just putting it our banking details. Through that, we can encash it in a home currency, in the fiat currency. And secondly, I would say if a person is not able to assess it, they have that QR code option available with them. They can transfer it to any of their friends or relative and they can encash it through them. Nowadays, for each of the countries, they are firstly categorizing whether to take these crypto assets as a legal measure or as illegal measure, because the transactions are not traceable and the government is not able to identify which transaction is happening on the cryptocurrency platform. That is why. In fact, one of the countries I would name El Salvador, it has adopted these cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoin, as their official currency.
All right. And I'm hoping that bringing you on as an expert, that we start to open doors to other countries and other conversations of saying legit sources and have legit resources to answer most of these conversations. Because I do know, and this is another question, a lot of sports stars and a lot of movie stars, a lot of financial institutions like some credit card companies have all created individual cards for
Non-fungible token.
and Bitcoins that are now in it. But my biggest concern and my question is the volatility of this. When you get an Elon Musk that basically feels a certain kind of a way and makes an announcement, and all of a sudden the Bitcoin market, the bottom falls out of it. How can you feel safe in an environment when individuals of power can control either the highs of the business or the lows? Are we ever going to get to a position to whereas the Bitcoin is just a Bitcoin and can't be influenced?
Elon Musk, firstly, I will continue about saying about Elon Musk. He is one of the renowned person, as we all know. So basically, when he said that this specific coin will go to the moon, that will be an all-time high. So basically all the fans started investing in that coin. So the demand increased and the price of that coin increased on that particular day. That was Matic. It's an alternate coin. And yes, and afterwards, he said that we will be accepting Bitcoins for if you purchase a Tesla. And afterwards, he said we won't be accepting it because it is using electricity, one of the renewable sources of energy. That is why the prices declined.
All right. As an expert, and especially when you're educating young people, students, I know a lot of people that are in the hierarchy of the financial institute, they have experts around them. But first time investors in Bitcoin, I want your expert opinion on how to walk them through the steps, what tips, how much should they be able to invest, and the tips of getting in, getting out, or how long to stay in.
Okay. Firstly, it depends on the risk taking of any individual, that how much risk they want to take, how much money they want to invest. But I always say never put all the eggs in one basket. Always scatter the portfolio. If you want to invest in cryptocurrency, invest in the diamond coins as well as the alternate coins, never in the shit coins. And then invest in the diamond coins. You can invest 50% of your stake in the diamond coins like Bitcoins and Ethereum. They are legit. And in these alternate coins, first do the fundamental analysis, visiting their official website, whether they are authentic or not. If they are not authentic, then never invest in them. Basically, doing the fundamental research is more important on these platforms rather than these technical analysis. Technical analysis meaning reading the bar graphs, the candlestick pattern, open, low, close, and the next pattern. That is not at all important. Fundamental should be clear. And yes, Beyond cryptocurrency, also one should invest in the stock markets and other risk-free assets like fixed deposit, government bonds, other things also people can invest in.
All right. And before we wrap this up, I got two questions. One, who is governing Bitcoins and crypto? And the second part is I understand that you actually teach this, and deep in my heart, I would like, because I know you, I know your family, I know what you've done, and I'm going to invite you one day if you ever decide to come on and be a podcaster and be an expert in this field. There's room for you at RMK Productions, so I hope that you would consider that and think hard about it coming into the new year. But let's go back to my initial question: who governs this on a global basis? Because I'm here in the U.S., you're in Delhi. And how is that being controlled? Because we do know government controls all of our finances. Is this one of those things that's controlled by a higher power, or how is this controlled or regulated?
Okay, the first Bitcoin, the first white paper came in the year 2009. It was written by Satoshi Nakamoto. And it is well said that he's an anonymous person. He never revealed his identity. So nobody is aware about who actually Satoshi Nakamoto is. But after the global financial crisis in the year 2008, 2000, and then in the year 2009, Bitcoin was introduced. And it is working on the blockchain technology, like I said, but the impact of Bitcoin has undermined the impact of blockchain technology. And blockchain technology, it is said to be a solution to many problems where the problems have not been identified. But yes, blockchain technology is the solution to them. It is secured means of transaction. And yes, about Bitcoin, only 21 million are in circulation. And it is a non-traceable transaction. They are basically the rewards given to the miners who are validating the data. So Bitcoin is a legit. If somebody wants to invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course, that is a legit, and they could invest in both of these platforms.
All right. So I asked this of every last one of my guests that comes on Talking with Kevin and Son, and we're minus Son because this is a special episode that I wanted to bring up and talk about the Bitcoin and crypto world. If you had one big ask and regarding this business, and ask is ASK, that could be granted, what would that one big ask be for this business?
One big ask would be that the government adopting it as a legit source, legalizing it. Yes, everyone can trade, since trading is the right of each and every individuals in the world, despite of any country they are residing in. So they should be given that right to trade.
All right. And what do you want our listeners to take away from this interview today?
Yes, I would say that always before investing, search and research on the official website whether the coin is legit or not. If it is not legit, it is a scam. First, analyze it, only then invest. There are various strategies and means how to invest it that we'll be discussing over the other podcast in the other podcast as well.
All right. If someone wanted to reach out to you, how will we get in touch with you?
They can reach out to me at geeta.malhotra@aol.com.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, I know we have covered a lot of information, and hopefully you're not as confused coming into this interview as I was. And hopefully you've got a little bit more knowledge on this. We're going to invite Geeta back again to go over and create some talking points and explain this step by step on how to do this. And I am hoping, like I said, I'm not an expert. That's why I brought an expert on, that she joins the RMK family. And if you like what you've heard today, please go to our YouTube page, RMK Productions and Network, and join our group and subscribe. And remember, education is not designed to make you comfortable. Education is designed to make you think. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, this very special episode of Talking with WIT, Kevin and Son. And do me a favor. My grandfather always says when you get to a point in life that you can help someone else, which we've done today, it is your duty to do so. So reach one, teach one. This is one of those episodes when I'm telling you to think instead of react, to do your research instead of following the conversation of someone that it is not an expert in this field, to reach out to Geeta, Geeta. And how do we reach you again before we close?
GEETA.MALHOTRA@AOL.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for being my very special guest. I know it's early here and it's late evening there. Again, we brought on an expert to talk about Bitcoins and the crypto world. And until next time, we'll fade to black. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Kevin. It's always nice interacting with you.
All right, no problem. No problem. How did I do? Did I ask appropriate questions?
Yes, that was all. Yes, I'll just stop the recording. Just.